Rio, let's go back to the case law. That's very important. Explain case law and then explain your case.
Well, case law, they can use my case that's over that a jury convicted me, but the judge overturned it. Right.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. The judge is overturning the jury's verdict
That's all.
because there's it's not the case ain't correct.
The angle that your lawyer worked is an angle that obviously works.
Came out for the case. Actually, now let's get a little particular. Some public defenders are awesome, like my sister who got us, right? Yeah. Off the hook. They'll fight for you. They're really fighting for you. Now, downtown LA, it's not like that. Like, you gotta watch that because you got people that will literally throw you to the wolves, which is to jail, right? And that's the attorney I had. And not in the beginning. In the beginning, I had Joel Isaacson, but then it buckled down to, long story short, I had a public defender and he threw me under the bus. Didn't listen to the all-star attorney that was family, that told me, he didn't want to talk to him. He told me exactly what to tell him to break down the case and beat the case. And he didn't do that. He said he didn't want to do that, right? Yeah. And I ended up losing the case, whatever. Long story short, I was in the county for like almost a year. But in between that, I got a retrial due to new evidence, right?
Yeah.
And, through that process, I found out who it was, who actually did the crime. But my job isn't to be a detective. So I'm not, that I didn't sign up for that. That's what these people did. And they did two black people's injustice, the black family that got hurt, and they did me an injustice as well. So, and these stupid black people went along with their story. So now they can never find the person. And if they ever ask me who the person was, I don't know, because I really don't know. Mm-hmm. But I might know. But it wasn't me. And at that time when they were on the stand saying it was me, and these are black people. Black people don't really mistake each other. Not like that. I get the white people that are saying it's him, whatever. You black people don't mistake each other like that. So when they did that, I knew it was based on money. They wanted, this happened at a club in Hollywood at the time, and on Schrader in Hollywood. I forgot what the club was called. One of them clubs, and I used to go out all the time, but I wasn't there. I just thank the Lord I happened not to be there, and I really wasn't there, but there was no evidence, and they still convicted me. And I looked, and I really look at these black folks. I don't look at the system. I look at the black folks that actually threw me under the bus by agreeing with these white detectives who look racist. The woman looked like she came out of, she had the full bonnet, and come on, you don't even understand the culture. Yeah. You don't even understand that. It didn't matter. She just got a black person. She wrongfully convicted a black person, and then she told these people lies, which they believe, so they never got justice either, right? But eventually I got justice because I was in the county and the judge overturned the verdict because she seen the loopholes through evidence that I'm presenting. And I said I didn't speak on the person that did it because that's not how I got out. You know what I'm saying? That person is still running around here. You know what I'm saying? And, God bless him. Whatever. But, that's something I dealt with. It's tough. The county's tough. And I found out some of the hardest people in the world are busters. And they're not who they're out here. Like a lot of these guys, they're strong out here. Yeah. When they get in there, they're nothing of the sort. You know what I'm saying? Which I didn't know that. You know what I mean? I'm not, the streets all around me, but I'm not knee deep in the streets and the trenches all day. And no, I ain't. That is not my job. You know what I'm saying? So to be around that, right? To have to be in the biggest part of the trenches.
That had to be some of the hardest shit for him because he came from Sherman Oaks Elementary. He was Beverly Hills kid.
Yeah, so that's my point. If they can get me and I'm from Beverly Hills, you niggas in Compton ain't got the shot. When they say it's you, good luck, because you look at the cards you're dealing with. There's no disrespect. It's saying that guess what? If they can get me, they can get anybody.
Yeah.
And if they could make someone, and if they could really make somebody, my bad, my microphone fell. And if they could really make somebody, believe that a person that didn't do something did it, good luck, and that's the thing with that is, yeah. So, they'll sell a waffle for an apple.
Yeah.
It's not a joke. And and through that process, I met a lot of good people, a lot of OGs that were big time people out here told me to tell.
Yeah. Wow.
They said, tell. Little homie, you don't bang. You ain't with none of this. Tell and go back to your family. But I didn't do that. I kept it all the way 100.
Exactly.
Because and the thing is, you know, I'm glad I kept it 100 because it's tough.
Now, what
It's tough to keep it 100.
now,
You know what I'm saying? Like
Keep it
people can say that.
wow, huh?
It's you know, we're in the age of snitching. It's
Yeah.
very tough.
now,
Yeah.
Very, very tough.
now let's keep in mind and keep it in context, right?
Yeah.
The crime that you was accused of,
The attempted murder.
clearly,
That-
yeah, attempted murder, which is a very big crime that you had nothing to do with.
It wasn't even around. Yeah.
Wasn't even there.
Yeah.
You literally got
Yeah.
like framed, or I don't even know what it is. You're right.
Yeah. Completely framed. All around the board, right? So they, you know.
Piece of
So
jazz.
now you're in a high level section, high
Yeah.
level section,
High level
of
section.
county was Wayside, right?
I was in Wayside. I did all, you know, people like to talk about East Max did that. I mean, it's all tough.
Okay.
You know, East Max is the toughest, I think, but
Okay.
you know,
I-
it's all
I
tough.
don't- I don't
Actually, I went to the hole. So
know.
I went to the hole for no reason.
Okay.
Because I
so-
kept
Yeah.
the peace.
So now everyone in LA County is worse than prison.
It
Can
is.
you explain the chaos and like there's a lot more like separate division with the race thing and the gangs and
Okay.
like
So
what can you explain? I know a lot of this stuff you can't really talk about.
well, I mean, I'm, you know, it's talk about a bowl, you know, as far as you know, as far as what race or as far as
No, I'm just saying like explain the experience of from your experience
yeah.
of why they would say, because I don't think you've been to prison, but
Oh,
what
why
you-
prison was okay. I got
why,
what you're saying.
why
I got
county
you.
is
I got
so
you.
bad and why
I got
it's
you.
worse
'Cause,
than
well,
prison.
you know, yeah. Well, the thing is, in prison, you're like you're housed, quote unquote. So, and I haven't been to prison, but this is what I've been. I've been in jail. I heard every story in the world. And prison is more like it's more organized. Like the county is not organized. So prison would be more. You get more better meals.
Okay.
You know, the county you're eating snacks. So they keeping you alive on snacks, peanut butter and jellies, bologna sandwiches,
Yeah.
extra mayonnaise. You know what I'm saying?
Terrible.
Yeah, I mean, and that's what they do. And you get a chicken patty once every every month and a half or something.
Basically, stay the hell out of there.
Yeah. So the difference will be, you're housed and you're eating better. And you're not moving around. Like you can get moved anywhere to the county jail. They can move you to an enemy dorm. They can do any of that. And when you get to prison, you can just go with your people, whatever that may be. You guys all stick together, and it's just different. It's totally different, and especially being in the hole. I've seen people shit on themselves.
Terrible.
Like that?
My thing is, it's not for me to expose people's weaknesses. You know what I'm saying?
Shawshank Redemption, nigga.
But there's these people can't deal with the whole, so they go 5150. That's why you can, to be honest, you can tell. I'm not going to get into that because I'm just going to be honest. From a square's point of view, I'm not that square, but a square's point of view would be, hey, this guy can't handle it, so he's shitting on himself, so he can go to 5150. 5150 means, guess what? You're out of the hole. And then you can finesse out of there, but you're out of that small little hole that you just can't handle.
Now,
It's tough.
Explain,
it's tough.
explain what the hole is.
People are pissing on themselves and everything. It's so.
It's the hole. Can you explain when you
It's-
walk down? Is it like a hole? Is it like a big
No.
chamber? You know what I'm saying? Is it like a long hole?
And I get that. It's like when you hear it, it's like,
What the fuck
yeah.
is it? You know,
it's just
explain it. And why is it like so? Like to me,
So scary.
I'm glad I can
Supposed to
smile
be
about
the-
this
yeah.
now.
Yeah.
I'm glad I can smile
because from
about
my
this.
perspective, I feel like okay, you're away from everybody. You're in the dark. Like shit, you can sleep and chill. Like
I got
okay,
rats.
what's wrong with
Shit.
Okay, so what people don't know or fail to realize is you gotta communicate with people, bro. Like people that say I like being by myself haven't really been by themselves. Cause so it's an example like some of these YouTubers will go in there for a month. I'll give you $1 million all by yourself. You'll get the computer, all that, but you're all by yourself. You don't get to see nobody. You know what I mean? You can't talk to nobody. There's no communication for just they say like 30 days is $1 million. So imagine if you don't have a cellie in the hole, your only communication is that guard for, I don't know, 3-4 seconds when he slides that meal up under the door. And usually it's these things called juke balls, these like hard protein balls that just keep you alive. You know what I'm saying? So the mind, you'll go crazy. So I get it why people tap out psych. I understand why, because you can go crazy without the communication of people. And that's why they confine you in a hole and put you by yourself. And some people can deal with that, bro, but it's a mental disaster that people don't want to go through. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad I made it out of that. And I'm glad I got a story to tell. I got a whole script done about it, right? And a book. I didn't drop nothing yet, but these are things that I got. And because it's tough, it's crazy, it's for nobody. And you know, you'd be surprised what really happens, you know what I'm saying, in that place, you know, and things that usually happen on out here, it happens in there first and carries on out here, you know what I'm saying? So I learned a lot. I learned that some of these people that are so hard, they're not hard. So there's no point of being scared of them. Like there's a scare factor. If you've never really experienced the real, then you think King Kong, he's the hardest person in the world.
Yeah.
But then when he goes in there, he's up under his homies. He has to tuck his tail. He's not ready to go fight head up. He's not ready to go back to back to back with nobody. He don't want to fight. But he's King Kong on the street. You see me? So it's all tricky. It's things I didn't know. I'm like, wow, he's boop, 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 boop. You know what I mean? Like I even know it don't matter. You in there, quiet. People talking about line it up, go to the back. Niggas don't want no problems. You know what I'm saying? You don't want no problems. You know, people waiting for the guard, get them out of here. People crying to go to the pen. So you got people that really crying to go to the pen. I mean, you know, because jail is like 90%, I'd say 95%, maybe 93%. You're either a gangster or you're homeless.
Okay.
There's not that many normal people in jail.
Okay.
I don't know about prison, but jail, there's not that many normal people. So if I seen a normal person, it'd be like, you know, the whole year, you know, in there, like seeing a normal person's like, yo, bro, oh man, you know, we gotta see, you know, we chopping it up quiet because it's like we're normal.
Yeah.
There's because it's not
Animal mode.
Yeah, because it's not in there like
It's
that,
animal.
you know. So yeah, it's totally animal mode, and you know, it's an experience that I'm glad I did my whole ride in the hole.
Yeah.
I didn't tap out.
Yeah.
When the
Going gets tough.
the career guys going to jail all the time are tapping out. Well, the ones that I was there, I don't know about
30 days in the hole.
Close, yeah.
What got you in the hole? Like, what's the thing that
So
sends you?
what I did was,
seems like there's a lot of bad shit going.
yeah.
Man.
Well, see, first of all,
It's like, okay, now you're really punished. Like,
okay, so let's get back to the hole. The hole is just a place where they confine you at, and it's like a wing of the jail. It's not like a hole under the ground. Nah, at least not for the LA County, right? So the hole is just a place where it, you know, you're just confined. You know what I mean? There ain't no
for
phones,
punishment,
nothing.
or is it just a confinement?
It's a punishment. But I went there because what I did when I was in there, I'm gonna sum this up real quick. When I was in there, someone thanked the Lord, Jesus Christ. Thank you, Father God.
Yahuwah.
Because
Yahusha.
what happened was someone taught me how to jail. See, you have to know how to jail. So it's a structure to know how to jail. And he taught me how to work out. Dude, he just told me the regimen to keep.
Yeah.
This dude from you know, Hack Gang or one of them places, you know, think of something like that. But he taught, I never forget the dude. Me and him weren't cool in the beginning. And we became mad cool, and he taught me how to jail before he went to the pen.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that carried me the whole way out. You know, I'm doing 1,500, 2,000 push-ups a day. These niggas knew I wasn't playing because I'm scared. I ain't been here before. I'm here months on end. I'm going crazy. So I had to relieve the craziness because I didn't want to get messed with or beat up. So I did more. I did 3-4 times more than what any of them brothers did, to where the other side was respecting me too. Like, yo, you know, you putting in that work, homie, you know, that type of thing. And I was like, man, good looking. And I ended up running dorms and stuff like that off of what I was taught, the schedule of what I was taught. When if you ain't from a gang and there's gang members in there, you're not supposed to run that dorm, bro. Period. You got to hand that over. You know what I'm saying? That's how it goes. Flat, bottom, point blank, period. You know what I'm saying? I'm a non-affiliate. You know what I'm saying? So, but I kept a tight schedule, and I know how to talk to the other side, because a lot of these gangbanging, they don't know how to really talk to the other side and be and it's sincere, right?
Yeah.
But we're from the valley, bro. San Fernando, all that. We grew up with all everybody, a melting pot. So I knew how to, I grew up with these gangbanging Mexicans too, so I know how to talk and you know what I mean, and move around and figure things out, and that's what I did everywhere I went, and what happened was there was a riot. So there was a riot and there was a domino effect riot. So domino effect means it's going on in each dorm one at a time, and it's nonstop, right? So so it's like a domino. Touch a domino, it all goes. So all these dorms are going up, and it's no holds barred. You can get stabbed. Anything goes on in a riot, right? But my dorm's the only dorm that didn't riot. My dorm. How would that happen?
Grace of God.
Only the grace of God, because the way God had me moving, and I stayed in the prayer circle, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't trying to be someone I wasn't, but I knew I'm going to work out way harder than y'all. But long story short, I always looked out. You know what I'm saying? Like, if the trustee going to drop me, because I was moving around, I was running the dorm. So trustee dropped me 50 patties. I'm going to get them Southsiders half of these patties, or I'll give them 20 of the patties, and brothers, we're going to chop this up. You know what I mean? I took care of the other side. Yeah. I didn't look, you know what I mean? All this, because it's like the 50s, and there's racism, Mexicans here, black people here, white people. It's, so that's what we're built on, on the silent end. Out here, it's all, oh no, we're not racist, go to jail. You'll see how racist it really is in Los Angeles. You know what I'm saying? So long story short, I looked out for them. You know what I'm saying? But they looked out for me. Yeah. We got 15. Y'all got 50. Yeah. So I don't know nothing besides to be a cordial dude and keep praying. And guess what? All these dorms is going up. My dorm's the only dorm that don't go up.
Wow.
The sheriff sees that. Doesn't like it. And the next day, Appling, roll it up.
Whoa.
I'm thinking, Mom, we're going home or something. He's, nah.
And then I'm going
to the hole.
I'm going home, no.
Imagine, out of all that work, I got all that momentum I did. Too. It's not just for me, but it did make me house in there more comfortable. But I did it for the brothers. Y'all, we done. We're outnumbered every single time, bro. And sometimes these I get it, like with the mentality when some of these young niggas gangbang, they're like, I don't care, but let's try to, we're in a small spot. You can't run down the street. There's no, sounds good. 300, the movie, it sounds good, but it's not happening in there. They get help too from sheriffs. It's just different. So we got to play the playing field the right way. And I did it the right way. And the essay was not some buster. He was with all the business. Big respect, shot caller, but he's seen just the efforts, and he knew just on some humanity shit, because it doesn't happen. Yeah. Because there's no humanity in there. But he's seen through the humanity that was happening, and everybody's cool. If they gonna beat their people up,
do the kumbaya.
They put your people to the side. We're gonna, everything was just all respectful, bro. Yeah. And that's the toughest part to do. They try to divide us in there, and I didn't do that. So not the sheriff, my bad, the CO. All white boy, I never forget it. Racist in a mug, bro. Told me to roll it up, and he made me go to the hole, and he said, I tried to start a riot. So imagine that. I've been lied on by these detectives. Now I'm being lied on by the CO. I said, this has got to be a lesson from God. I'm learning something. I'm learning how to deal with these liars. I'm learning and I couldn't have done nothing. It was only God that got me through it.
Amen.
You dig what I'm saying? Because other than that, you know how many days I wanted to tap out, bro? How many days I wanted just to say, man, it was boopty boop, man, let me out, bro. You know how many days I called Lux's dad, man. Lux's dad said, yo, I'll put you in a certain place. Yeah. That he said, he put one of the homies that dealt with him. No, Max Lux's dad.
No, I know I'm saying.
Yeah.
You say Lux, they know who you're saying.
Max Lux's dad, yeah. He's, he's chief. So he talked to him. He's like, look, I'll put you in, the place I put one of our other friends, which is, I guess, I'm not gonna say his name, but I guess they can put you up and out of that chaos. Yeah. But I said, I'll let you know. I'm gonna stick in there. I'm gonna let you know. So I went through all of this stuff, bro, and it was a crazy experience to get out And the way I got out, you know, there's a lot more to the story, but the way I got out was basically, you know, they sent a letter saying, hey, we think we got the wrong person. And a family member got that letter, but they know I was going to get reached to the letter. They sent me the letter when I was in jail. I'm like, boom, I gave the new attorney the letter, and then everything ended up getting dropped. You know, but I had a retrial when I was still in there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the retrial, and I'm still in jail.
Yeah.
And I did something that no one did. In the whole history of criminal courts, but I did something nobody did, bro.
What's that?
I left during recess jury picking. I left.
Yeah, he did.
I left.
That was the day I went up there. I went to see him on my way to go see him. Was that what the time?
Yeah, I think you went
when
there.
I
They were
was
like,
going
"Where
into,
is
I
he
ran
at?"
in the Mike Conception on the freeway, and I said, Mike, I'm finna go see my partner Rio Appling down there. He said, tell Rio what's up. He didn't even know you was giving it up.
Yeah. I'm saying, bro, like,
and then he wasn't even there.
Like, I left because I was scared, bro. I'm really
he
picking a
did.
jury, and I didn't do nothing.
Yeah, they had to come get him.
No, they didn't come get me. But I was a fugitive.
Yeah, if you will.
So I left during recess jury picking. All the jury people going in there, and there's an empty seat. The whole CCB went crazy. The whole criminal courts building where Michael Jackson went, where OJ went. That I was in there, and I did an uproar. Lunchtime. Y'all think y'all playing with me? It's lunchtime.
Yeah, he left. No, I'm saying, didn't they come get you from the apartment?
I'm not even driving my car back.
Nigga, yeah.
I'm so scared. I took the bus back.
I remember.
Wow.
That part. And then
That's
I
crazy.
didn't even go home. I hid in my office, bro, for almost a week.
Yeah.
And I talked to my sister, Regatta. She's an attorney. She's the head of the Black Caucus of New York attorneys. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Regatta.
Yeah, shout out to Regatta. She helped out Choke No Joke or something too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's my sister.
So
anyway, she gives the best advice, and she told me, she said, you got to go back. I said, I can't go back. I didn't do nothing wrong. You know, I'm being moral, but the game ain't moral.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And she said, no, you got to go back because I talked to some people down
But
there.
his father said, don't.
Yeah, they're going to try you in an empty seat. That's why.
She was like, no.
So, yeah, they said they're going to try you in an empty seat. So therefore, you won't even be able to appeal anything or nothing. So whatever time they give you, when they catch you, they're just going to give you the time. So you don't have, you know, so you got to go back to at least get your due process, do what you're supposed to do. But I'll arrange it. So I'll make sure your attorney meets you in the front or meets you at his office, and then he'll walk you inside, and then boom. So I actually left, bro, for a whole week, and they kept the trial going on, and I wasn't there. I returned myself with the attorney, bro. Something that people don't, you know, I was scared. I didn't know I was doing the wrong thing because, you know, it was weird, right? But then when I did that, bro, the judge still gave me a bail.
That was good.
She still gave me a bail. That's how she knew. It was just a blessing from God. I give God all the credit. And she knew it was such a BS case, but they're going hard on you. So let me give you, you know, and I'm thinking how she was thinking, like, you know, let me give you a bail. And, you know what I'm saying? So I still got a bail even though I left. Diddy can't get it. Diddy can't get no bail. I'm a runner.
Man.
I'm a runner. And they put my bail up to $500,000. Who cares? It went from like a 140 to $500,000. I'm thinking it don't matter. It could be 10 million. I didn't do it. And, you know, but that's what happened. She still seen through it and gave me a bail as a runner, bro.
Diddy offered them 60 million.
Yeah. And he's still in jail.
With ankle bracelets, everything else, and
but he might be out in a couple years, though. The way
I'm just saying how quick they are to give somebody no bail.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I'm saying? For whatever, you know what I mean? They're not
in California.
They're not even giving you a chance
in Cali
to run, right? So I've ran, and still got a bail. You know what I'm saying?
That's different.
And the judge, the whole time, her husband's the city attorney that's prosecuting me.
Yeah, Fear, right?
Yeah. Her last name is Fear. I forgot her name, but Mike Fear was the city attorney, and this is his wife on the stand, like
moving on the way, Fear,
like on my side through the DAs and all that. She's on my side,
crazy,
quietly.
Oh wow,
that's only God, bro.
On the way,
I'm supposed to be gone. It's like you battling with your husband.
Yeah. That's dope.
You see what I'm saying? Like, this is her husband's the city attorney, and this is his wife, and she is my judge. So you're on their side. It's all hooked up.
Yeah.
But through the hookup, she still gave me an opportunity to sue the LAPD for $11 million by giving me a retrial. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, I don't know what was going on in that house, but I'll give the credit to God and say everything was good, you know. But the way it went down was, you know, it was insane, you know. And shout out to the nigga that did it. He was a buster. You didn't get no food money, no lawyer money. Never told on you. I ran up on your brother and I was nice. I didn't do anything wrong because we all family. Anyways, we ended up being, we all like, we people, not family, but we grew up around each other. We peoples. You know what I mean? So we all people mutually growing. How you gonna leave me dry, bro? And I'm not telling on you, bro.
How you
Word on
gonna
the street,
act
because word on the street
like
told on you.
that?
Word on the street told on you already, bro. Word on the street told on you, nigga. I just didn't. So I can't get no nothing. You ain't got no bag for me, bro. So you got to just watch out who you know too, because you know, I caught up with him and he was like, "Oh, I was scared, Rio." And I get it, you was scared. It's a big case, dude. You ran over people. You did a lot wrong, you know. You did a lot wrong. Beat up these broads, you know, ran the dude's head over. I mean, he did a lot. He went gangster on me.
Cocaine cowboy.
And the cold part is my name got wrapped up. That's why I stopped going out. My name got wrapped up because of old broad I used to date. And she running around with NBA players and everybody else, and she running around with this boy, you know.
Thadazoid.
And yeah, and then
Straight
it
Thadazoid.
then tells the Thadazoid. You
Thadazoid.
saw that broad driving my car with my image, like she was.
Thadazoid.
That's what you told me.
Disturbing. She thought she was you. Thadazoid.
Yeah. See, so I'm saying, so how do you do that and then throw me to the wolves? You can't trust none of these, you know. Thadazoids and none of that. And it wasn't like we were dating or any of that. Jennifer Williams, you know what I'm saying, was her name.
Oh, you bust her out.
Yeah, Jennifer Williams, you know, because she knows who she was with. She was with my homeboy that night. You know what I mean? I ain't busting out my homeboy because, you know, but you know, it is what it is, bro. You know, so yeah, man. So long story short, man, this game is rigged on many different levels. And what I can say is, I won't even say that because I don't.
Hey.
But all I can say is, you know, white boys go hard. They go hard.
Yeah.
I'm talking about it don't matter with the pistols or they go so hard. I think it's time for us black folks to have a meeting and figure it out, because they're harder when it comes to somebody hurting you, your family, and they do it. Forget all of that. They do it on the paper, baby boy. They do this. They pencil shoot you with the pencil.
Oh yeah.
You know, and they take out you.
Legacy work.
So no matter how, you know, you know, all people need to have a better structure, especially black folks, man. That shit is crazy.
They say the pen is mightier than the sword.
It is, because that's how they just give people.
I mean, that's
20, 30, 40
kingmanship.
years,
You know, the pen, of course. You can take out a whole person's family, everything through that pen.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Crusades and everything started from that pen.
Shout out to the homies that looked out, that came from visits. Kenta was always on the phone, making sure I can cross connect him and my dad. Shout out to, you know, Shorty Mack's mom always send me, you know, little care packages. Shout out to everybody that looked out, man, because that time was tricky, it was difficult, and I don't wish that on nobody, man. But they getting innocent people all the time. So don't be surprised if it's you next, because I never thought it would be me ever in my life. And it got me to the point where I don't never go out. Like, you don't ever see me in a club ever. And that's because
unless that budget is there.
Yeah, but if I'm working, that's one thing. You know, there's definitely no club hanging out. So, you know, especially.